A lot of them vloggers here push out a narrative where them want war in the system between artists and artists. And them know how, as the people them stay. The moment them build one controversy surrounding artists and artists, for example, like a VYBZ KARTEL and an ALKALINE and a MASICKA, the moment them build this animosity or this story or even an headline pertaining to something like that, them know as the people them get worked up. Now, this help to build their portfolio on the platforms, whatever platform they were using, either Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever platform they're using. It helped to build their portfolio and to build their audience because they know how easily you guys get riled up. Because them know, say, all right, KARTEL are your favorite, ALKALINE are your favorite, MASICKA are your favorite. So you guys don't want nobody to talk about them. Them know, say, you hate Vendetta, Vendetta hate you. Them know, say, the war are gonna start. So a lot of these vloggers push these narratives to build their portfolio and to build up their pockets. But watch this. If we should have the table turn in the artist them mindset, how you think dancehall would look? Do you think that dancehall would still be in the struggle category of selling records? Do you think that dancehall will be in this category same way of getting a much higher stream? In my view, I strongly believe that the mentality of the artist, if it changed from the perspective of carrying vengeance against each other for no reason, I strongly believe that the economy within dancehall would have bloomed more. I feel like it would have drive a lot more revenue, not just for a one artist or a two artists or a three artists, but a mass majority of dancehall. Now, we have seen a massive shift since Buju Banton and VYBZ KARTEL come out, right? Where we have seen arenas upon arenas been selling. And I just want to stick a pin right there, sir. And just point this out because I noticed that we have been praising the artists for doing this, right? For selling out the arenas, for doing some amazing shows and all of that. But we're not giving credit to the promoters. Because without the promoters, these shows would not be in existence. Whether we like it or not, that's just the truth. These promoters is the one that come up with the idea. I say, all right, let me get a Buju Banton, let me get a VYBZ KARTEL, let me get a ALKALINE, let me get a MASICKA. These are the ones that actually put these events together for these events to happen. So, for example, like a VYBZ KARTEL creating histories with arenas, it's the promoters. So I think we need to step back a little bit and give promoters their credit too, because they deserve it. They're the one that make sure that the permit is in existence. They're the one that making sure that the money is there to pay the artists. They're the one that to make sure that security is there to secure the whole venue, so the artists them safe and all of that stuff. They're the one that makes sure that the sound system is well equipped and it's there and ready. The staging, the venue is there. So they do all the work to make this miracle happen. So they're the one that should, in my view, should get the real credit for the booming in dancehall where I go on right now. Now, if the artists them, as I said earlier on, should change their mindset, their perspective of approaching certain things within the industry, I strongly believe that things could have worked out much better than it is right now. And this is just my personal view, right? If we should have an ALKALINE, a VYBZ KARTEL, and a MASICKA upon a track, stop for a bit and think now. Don't come in with ego. Just stop and think for a bit, right? If we should have a MASICKA, a ALKALINE, a VYBZ KARTEL, and a MAVADO on one track, we will stop and think for a bit. Remember, these are four powerhouses in dancehall, whether we like it or not. The truth is just the truth. They carry a good fan base, right? If we should have all four to combine, with their fan base to combine, and decide say we are gonna put ego aside, right? You tell me what you think that record would have do or how it would have do. In my view, that record would have smashed record that dancehall and even hip hop would have never seen. I strongly believe that it would have give a shock wave within the music industry. Because watch this now. If you for have that, the vendetta people are gonna say, all right, vendetta boss upon there, boom, we are gonna support because vendetta people them buy music. Them buy it more than how they stream. That's just facts, right? The proof is there. VYBZ KARTEL, right? Boom, the whole Gaza come in. Because remember, VYBZ KARTEL have a good fan base, a strong fan base. They stream more than how they buy. So right there, so you have buying power and streaming power, right? Combination right there. So MAVADO fan base, they stream and they buy partially. You understand? So that's another combination again. MASICKA, his fan base, buy and they stream. You understand? So if you think about it, that's 4 massive combination. A record high sales that. And that's history in dancehall. So every artist, fan base, I go want come in and say, all right, more here, oh, my artist too. You see me, I said, when you have things like that happen, then what now? You have the fighting end. Then you have more international act. I go look into dancehall. I'm not talk about the international fans, I'm talk about international act. So when you have the international act, them look into dancehall, then you actually break the barrier within the international fan base. Wicked. Because if you check the ratio now, right? If you check the ratio right now, mass majority of them artists are what we say breaking at the international realm. They have more Caribbean followers than international followers. If you check the ratio. If you go through all of these shows and look through and say, all right, here we are going. Caribbean people put up on a hand. I guarantee you that 99.9% of that show is Caribbean. 99.9%. So a lot of time we say the artists break international. In reality, they don't. In reality, they don't. Because they have not grasped the international fan base as yet. That's when they're gonna see real buying power, is when they grasp that. Is when they grasp that. The Caribbean act, the Caribbean fan base, they stream a lot. Yes, they will buy music, but they stream a lot. They like to party. You understand? They don't like to listen to the music more than how they party. They rather go download it for free. They rather go download it for free. You tell me if I lie, me I tell. They rather download it for free. No, download counts. It does count on the artist's reputation. It does. It helps the artist. You understand? But we need to direct ourselves from the war. Because in reality, it's not helping. If you notice a massive shift from war. Remember, in a dancehall built not just on talent, but it built on war. And that's how you really showcase your talent. You understand? Prove yourself in a dancehall at era. Me come here for stay. Me bad, me lyrical. But dancehall have shifted from that massively. And we can't say lie. If you notice, the artists and where go up with the war, nobody not really pay them no mind. 1 and 2 people will say, yes, rub him out and blah, blah, blah. But in reality, nobody not push their music. But then, when a Kartel and a MAVADO war, people usually push their music, and that's how people get to know Kartel and know MAVADO worldwide. So nobody now push their music again. You understand? That kind of done with. When it comes to the war part of it, people want to hear collaboration. People want to hear good project coming out. You understand? People want to see delivery on stage show. People want to see you come out and perform. That's what people want to see now. They don't want to see no war no more. So we need to shift from that dynamic And we need to stop allow the vloggers them to twist our mindset. We need to stop allow the ego to get the better way and start look in the best interest of the artist them. Because right now at this point, we actually not. Reality, we actually not thinking about the best interest of the artist them.